Recently, I read an article from dictionary.com, the online publication for the dictionary, the people that tell us how English works. And it made me realize they need to stop hiring people with gender or social justice degrees because they do not understand how English works. It's one of these things that you can see right away what the problem is, and yet they will never understand what the problem is. I don't get why you hire people that absolutely do not understand the job to do a job that they are doing ass backwards. Maybe I'm just out of touch. I'm going to link to the article itself, but to summarize, the article is one of these you can't use these words anymore kind of things, and they are offering suggestions for the terms. Just to give a bit of an example, you can't use spirit animal anymore. They want you to use raison d'etre and BFF. You can't use Sherpa. They want you to use commander or mastermind. You can't use guru. They want you to use doyen and maestro. You can't use Nazi. They want you to use boss or top dog. You get the general idea here. At first, and I was trying to be as generous as I could with this. At first, I was thinking, okay, maybe this is a case of they don't want you to use jobs that you aren't actually in. But they never used things like knight or soldier or things like that. So then I was thinking maybe it's they don't want you using words from cultures that you are not. But they, in two of these, used French terms, raison d'etre and doyen. I had to actually look that one up because I've never heard that used before. So that made me go to the very obvious conclusion, and if you actually read what this person is saying, it is painfully obvious. They don't want you, the Western white person, using words from Asian, Hispanic, African, etc. cultures because you, the white person, are stealing from these poor, defenseless savages, and we, the people at dictionary.com, must defend them because they are incapable of defending themselves, and God, I fucking hate that kind of racism. It's the benevolent racism, the white savior complex, just whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is disgusting. I've never understood it. You think that these people are so weak and so defenseless that they are incapable of standing up and going, hey, I don't like it when you use that word because that word is my word. No, you have to be the one to do it for them. Like, people can speak and say if they are offended on behalf of themselves, okay? It's this weird thing with predominantly the left right now that they have this idea of they will take offense on behalf of someone else, even if that someone else has never once said that they take offense to something. Twitch is doing this just in massive droves right now. They are banning words left and right. They have banned the term blind playthrough because it could be offensive to actually blind people. And I'm sitting there going, what blind person ever said that they were offended by the term blind playthrough? I actually want to know this. Blind playthrough is actually the correct use of the term blind in this case because you are going in unseen or having never seen. however you want to phrase that. They've banned simp. Again, ironic for the people that say that language is constantly shifting and constantly evolving, because they seem to be using the the first usage of the term simp and the most offensive, which is no longer used. Simp has become fanboying or fangirling, effectively. Simp is a term that people use on themselves rather than as an insult anymore. I really don't understand just this mentality in general where you look for reasons to be offended by words or terms, and then you just try to take the most offensively possible interpretation of that and then use that for justification to ban the entirety of the word or term. And then you offer up suggestions that are nowhere in the ballpark. Boss as Nazi. Are you kidding me? Just, like, I don't get why people are constantly doing this, why this is the thing that keeps happening. And it keeps happening more and more. I continue to notice situations where words and terms are deemed improper to the point of demanding a ban or saying that they are now hate speech all the time at an accelerated rate. This needs to stop, because eventually this is going to turn into a you have to walk on eggshells just to exist kind of thing, among other very weird problems that this is going to cause in a vocal society that doesn't keep up with the 15 changes a minute that these people seem to be demanding happen. And that's the big thing, is that the kind of changes that you are saying happen to language happen over months or more years and decades, not weeks. The kind of ways that you are using words have not been used by general society. These are very much enclosed in your own little bubble. Internet terms can evolve quickly. That's one thing. Actual words that have existed for centuries, those take a long time to change, and the way that you are trying to change them requires a breakneck speed that no one can keep up with. Maybe I'm just getting too old and I'm unable to keep up with the youth and all of their trendiness and all that shit. I'm not even going to do the hip and with it joke, because I don't want you people to suffer with me for that. But, like, I could understand this if this was just some random on Twitter saying this stuff, but it's from dictionary.com. These people should know better. And that's the point. The people that should know better don't seem to, and they continue to tell us as an authoritative figure, oh yes, we do know better, when anyone can go, oh no you don't. I just want to go back to a time where people who actually knew what they were talking about talked about these things, and they weren't so ass backwards that even an idiot like me could go, what the fuck? But again, maybe I'm just too much living in the past, and this is the new way of the future, where the idiots are in control, and those of us that even have a shred of understanding are the ones that are just cast away because we know too much. I want to say I'm giving myself too much credit here. I really do. This has been Math Machine, saying that I guess Dictionary.com just thinks that words are too hard. Peace out.